School is back in session.
Happy back to school season, y'all.
What's up? We are talking about escuela today.
Ooh.
Can you say escuela?
Can you say trauma?
Oh, school and trauma go hand in hand.
And if you don't know our names by now, what's going on? My name is Carolina.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Monica.
And we're talking about back to school today.
I got a calculator on my sweater.
I know.
It says boobs on it.
Oh.
Oh my god, what a core memory. I remember having to be like beep, 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 turning upside down.
But why did they make us buy those expensive ass calculators?
The Texas Instrument?
Yeah, I don't even know where mine is anymore. And that was like $60.
They were
wasn't it, or
expensive.
90?
The graphing calculators? Mine was pink, of course.
I was emo. I was alt in high school.
How is that? Because I was also very like emo punk in high school, but up until then I was not at all.
I think it's the music, because I listened to like Pierce the Veil and like not on the same realm, but like 5 Seconds of Summer.
Okay, we sure went
was
wrong
fun
with
for
it.
the-
We were gonna
for
start My
babies.
Chemical Romance.
Well, My Chemical Romance wasn't really,
Huh?
not to age myself,
Oh,
but
is that after your time?
it was after. I listened to Chemical Romance when I was in elementary school, but not in high school.
Oh my.
She's not a true emo girl.
No.
Okay, well, did you guys like school? Did you
No.
enjoy it?
No. But which is funny because like when I would be in summer, I would play that I was in school. Like I had my schedule and I would like read a science book at one time and like
That is so type A.
is that what I am?
Yeah.
I liked the idea of school, but I didn't actually like my school. I was a Montessori kid. Do you guys know what Montessori is?
I've heard of it, but not really actually.
So basically, you show up to class and you get to pick what you do, but you have to pick like if you want to go out and play at recess, you have to do 3 jobs, which the jobs were like, okay, you do a history lesson or you read a book or you do a math assignment, and then you're independent, so you do it yourself. You show up, you give it to them, and then you can play at recess.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So what if you're like, I don't want to do anything?
Then you're not getting recess.
Dang.
You're stuck inside finishing those jobs.
But you would still, in the end, get the whole curriculum in some way or another.
You know what? I don't know, because I think that's why I'm not good at math, because I would never do math assignments.
Well, I believe that, like, if there's a subject that a kid is not excelling in, if it's clear that what they want to be doesn't need that thing, don't make them take calculus.
Yeah.
Like, I think by the time I was finishing high school, it was very obvious I wasn't going to be a mathematician. You know?
Or
I'm
at
not-
least an architect that's gonna need some sort of
Exactly,
calculation.
like, I wasn't going to be that person. I was already going to go into the arts. Can you not force me to do this
Oh my
intense
God.
math now?
Math was a vein of my existence. Like the vein.
The vein? Vein?
You see, I should go
Vein.
back to school.
B-A-N-E.
V-A-N.
B.
B?
Bane.
Okay, I should go back to school. We need to go back to school.
I got kicked out of my math class because I sucked so bad. They were like, you literally cannot be in. And I cheated! I cheated in math and I still failed.
Hey, you were cheating off of Dum Dum. I had friends that cheated off of me, and
No,
I was
I
like,
cheated
I
on
have
the
a D in
internet.
this class.
Oh my god, same.
All from the internet.
My senior year, my class was like, they gave us iPads to see if it would work. Like we were the trial year.
Oh yeah.
And so I used my iPad in my AP calculus class. I would look up the questions, I would just copy the answers, and I still failed the class. I didn't even make it more than one semester.
Because you weren't showing your work.
I copied the work. I would get it back and it's like, this thing is wrong. I was like, what is wrong?
Bro, your school was
Oh.
rich.
Yeah, I mean, mom, she got to choose what she wanted to like work on. You see, I am the product of a public school system. So if you want to take your kids to public school, if you watch me on video, be scared. Don't take them. I'm playing. No, public school system has, I feel like I'm a success story from LAUSD. LAUSD, if you're watching out there,
Shout out.
take me to your school. I will gladly teach the children that the world is crazy.
And you don't need to count to make it out here.
Exactly. You don't need no math.
Because none of us can count.
Just use TurboTax. Sponsor? No, I'm kidding. Back to your question. School for me, I was one of those students where I can just kind of memorize things. Where maybe because I just love cheese man, so I'm like, okay, if I think about school like gossip, I can probably remember things. So like, I feel like high school for me like was cool. Middle school was troubling, and then elementary school was fun and nice and giggles. But like, do you have any horror stories? Like,
Well, to ease into it, I went to Catholic school the entirety of my schooling, from pre-K to senior year of high school. I wore a uniform the whole time.
God bless you,
And
literally.
The Lord,
Amen.
the Lord was at every dance. but they would say
So no
leave room for
twerking.
Jesus. That's
Jesus.
real.
Leave room for Jesus.
They would say that. Not that anybody wanted to dance with me, so I didn't never have to worry about that, but like it was a real thing they would say. I was very into school. I always got straight A's. If I got an answer wrong on a test, I would like hate myself for weeks. I was very like, and now I'm like, none of that even mattered. So why did I care so much? And I remember in 7th grade at a parent-teacher conference, my parents came, we're sitting with the teacher, and she was like, Monica does really well. She's very smart. She gets good grades. And I was like, I loved those conferences because I was like,
Gas me up.
They're gonna be great. There's nothing bad to say. And then she was like, but I do want to say she doesn't study. She's very naturally smart. She remembers things.
Okay.
But she doesn't study. One day that is going to be a problem because she's gonna get to college and she's not just going to remember things. And I was like, yeah, right. Like, I remember 13-year-old me being like, how dare you insinuate that I'm not a genius? You know, like,
So many of my former like high school classmates that have gone down such an interesting
dumb.
path. No, that were
we're done.
that were geniuses. That were literal like they would get full rides to UC Berkeley, UCLA, and you know you get to snoop in on Facebook to like see what they're up to, like, and they just went down a completely different path that you're like, oh wow, like you did all of this in high school because you needed the validation and it fulfilled you, and then when you didn't get that rush, you went somewhere else to get the rush, and it didn't leave you down. It led you down a not so great path. My Sadie's Hawkins date, the only guy I ever asked in my life. He was gonna be a doctor, full ride UC Berkeley. He is now a SoundCloud rapper.
It's true passion.
Let's
He
drop
dro-
the link below.
He
Let's
dropped.
support
Oh,
him.
and like a jujitsu fighter, I think.
Oh,
like I
balance.
thought this guy was a genius. I thought he was the smartest guy. Like I was like, wow, like this guy is so smart, and I really wanted him to like me. We never ended up dating, but
I mean,
that's for another video. I was gonna go to a Catholic school, but then I decided to go to Christian school because we talked about it. That girl stole my lunch money. Didn't have, you know. And so I went to Christian school, and I think I went to like a kind of culty school. Like looking back on it now.
all Catholic schools are culty schools. All Christian schools are culty
was
schools.
like-
I can say that I went to one.
Because I don't know if you did this at your school, but when I started high school, we had to sign a paper that was like, I'm a Christian, and like turn it in.
I don't remember that, but I do know in 3rd grade, one of the teachers told her entire class that if you weren't baptized, you were going to hell. And there were a few kids in that class that weren't baptized, and they were all just crying.
Going to hell.
Yeah, I had.
Screaming. Yeah.
It was so traumatizing.
Oh, yeah.
Like when my senior year Bible class, again, these damn Bible teachers.
It's always
we
the Bible
had to turn in an essay about like what we were gonna be in our career and how God was gonna be in our lives. At that point in my life, I really wanted to be a comedian. I wanted to be on SNL. I turned in my paper. My Bible teacher pulls me aside after class, and he was like, I saw that you wanted to be on SNL. Like, that's really awesome, but just, you know, warning you, like, the devil is in SNL.
Oh my god.
The devil is in all entertainment.
Yes, oh my God, yes. They never,
Entertain, you are in hell. You need a pact with the devil.
for career day, they never had anyone in the arts because the devil was in the arts.
Of course.
And I was like, I don't understand. Like,
It's funny that you guys talk about going to school being Catholic because my experience was completely different. I went to public school. All of the people in my classes were Latino and Black. We all spoke Spanish. But even though, it's funny enough, some of the kids would be like, oh, don't speak Spanish because we're in America. And I was like, you're brown. Like, shut the hell up.
also, I would just like to clarify that the United States of America doesn't have an official language.
Eat it. But why were other brown kids telling you not to speak Spanish?
I don't know. I feel like it was in 1st grade. I remember Miss Murray's class in 1st grade. My Hobart Boulevard Elementary in Koreatown. Look it up. Go over there. It's cute. We were all learning English at the same time, and it was like trying to prove who was a better English speaker.
Because you still had ESL?
Yeah, we had ESL. So we didn't, of course, know that we were in ESL because everybody there was ESL, right? But it was apparent when I started taking tests where they were like, describe what's in the picture, and it'd be like, oh, there's a circle and a square, or like, oh, what kind of fruit is in the photo, and it's like an apple. And then that kind of continued where the whole class would have to take the test. And then around 5th grade is when they're like, actually, Johnny, Jimmy, Jose, Juan, Eduardo, you're gonna be going to Mrs. Whatever's class. And they would leave, and then they're like, why did they get to leave? And then they're like, oh, because they passed the CELT test. And that's when I realized, I was like, No sabo inglés. No sabo inglés. No sabo. I will have to say that I do want to say thank you to all the educators that have come in my life. I think in high school I did meet a group of magnificent teachers that really changed the trajectory of my life, that were like, actually you could go to college and you can have the resources. And then I was in a program called AVID.
Okay.
Advanced via individual determination. And it was a college readiness class program, and they really were like, we're all Latino, it was like Black and Latino kids, and actually a lot of Asian kids too, so all people of color, and they were focusing on us to be like ready to know, like, hey, you can go to college and this is what you need to do to get there. If it wasn't for them, I would have not been ready or been happy or even known that I had the ability to even access the resources that there were at the time. So if you're out there, thank you, I love y'all. Now let's hop over to some pero advice.
Oh yeah. Should we
You
cut?
have submitted, and we are about to answer. And once more, we're not professionals. I'm not a therapist. I don't have a MSW or MSG or whatever the degree is, MSNBC. I don't have that degree. But I do have life experience, as we all do.
Now we're gonna answer some of your questions. And this one is from Ramiro. Shout out. Ramiro asks, what is the one 90s cafeteria lunch meal you wish was still being served today? I feel like I can't answer this because I didn't go to school in the 90s. Ouch. Sorry.
She's one of them young babies.
She's an infant.
This is for the decrepit here.
Okay, yeah, for us with bad knees.
Yes.
Okay.
The boomers in the room. I'm just kidding.
Boomers. Did you have circle pizza?
Yes.
I loved those
Oh my
little circle
god.
pizzas.
That was so good. I
Did
love
you
that.
have maxi sticks? Oh my gosh, is this a Pennsylvania thing?
What is my...
Maxi sticks!
I'm thinking
Oh
of a
my
tampon.
God!
That's
Well,
what I thought too.
same thing. Maxi sticks were basically little breadsticks filled with cheese, and then they would give you marinara sauce. And I could put those things away.
That sounds like an East Coast thing.
Oh, they're so good!
One thing that I love, and LAUSD is known for this, they used to have coffee cake.
For kids?
Yes, for kids.
I feel like that's
And
not a good
it was,
idea.
It was so delicious. The kids would run to breakfast to get those coffee cakes. Oh my god, we used to get the Smuckers.
Smuckers?
Oh, the Uncrustables?
Smuckers?
Smuckers.
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 It's Smuckers.
It's Smuckers.
It's Smuckers.
That commercial was
Okay, yeah.
iconic.
Comment right now. Is it Smookers or Smuckers?
But for those of you starting a new school this year, best of luck. You got this. If no one else believes in you, we do.
Yes, we do.
And also believe in yourself because you are capable of more than you know.
And if you're the only person of color in your class, it will get better.
Yeah.
And if you're in ESL and you're watching this, it's okay. We all speak English really well, and a test will not dictate the capacity that you are smart. So remember,
As my mom always says, eres mil, nunca cambias.
it is mil, nunca cambies.
Cambias, you're right.
All right, we'll see you next time. Please go follow us on all our accounts. Support us because we went to school as well. And we did well, and we went to college, and we have degrees, and we have, all these things that are beautiful.
I didn't finish
And-
my degree.
I didn't either. Bye-bye.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Only Alex has a degree.
I'm leaving.